Hey, what's up, everyone? Hopefully you can hear me. We are in Tampa tonight. Let me give you a look. There's the floor, empty arena tonight. Thanks for everyone joining. It's very odd. They still stick us up in the nosebleed hockey boxes, even though there's no fans tonight, which is weird. Philadelphia, we get much better seats. We're pretty much in an ideal position to cover the game. Here, empty 20,000 seat arena. Somehow we're still in the. Basically in the rafters. You can tell by my tone how happy I am about it. I think it's awesome. We also weren't allowed to get into the building until 2 hours before the game, which gave us very little time to set up. You're gonna hear the warm up. We'll probably do "O Canada" as well. A lot of sound checks, a lot of last minute stuff here. So this game. We know that the Raptors are sort of visitors here in Tampa, but I got to be honest, it feels a little bit like an afterthought, not a high priority. What's up, Marky? Does not feel like a high priority for the city, for the staff. Odd vibe tonight. So got a feel for the Raptors, quite frankly. As far as I know, he's probable. David, sorry. I believe, let's see, in 3 minutes, the 5:30 report will come out, but Doc Rivers will be speaking to us, and I'm sure he'll be asked. That'll probably be the first question. But I believe both Shake and Ben are available or are probable. As of the 1:30 report, both are probable for tonight. So we'll get an update based on what I saw from Shake warming up. I think Kyle Lowry, last I checked, was doubtful for tonight. We will. Let's see, Yams. Thanks for joining, Yams. If he doesn't play, you're gonna watch, but you'll be pissed. I mean, it was a pretty good game the other night. They played. But yeah, I think if Ben Simmons helps them quite a bit in a matchup against the Raptors, it's not the Chicago Bulls. Totally different team and how they're set up. So I think Ben would be very valuable tonight for sure. I'm looking out on the floor. I haven't seen any of the Sixers yet. It looks like just Raptors. Looks like the Raptors young guys. Oh wait, no. Maxey and Isaiah Joe are out working on an interesting little. I'm going to get a little bit of video of this. So let me describe why we have a couple of minutes. What they're working on is Maxey is running off of a screen and whipping a pass out to Joe from 3. Taking some video of this right now. Sort of a right-handed whip pass. It's a dangerous pass. It's an interesting pass to practice because it is a cross court, something that opposing teams could jump. That's a route they could jump for a pick 6. But it's something they're working on right now. Developing Maxey as a point guard is going to be huge. But it looks like they're now switching it up, and Isaiah Joe is sort of ball handling, kicking out for above the break threes from Maxey. So this is both guys need to develop as catch and shoot guys, especially running off of action, and that's part of what they're doing. They also both should be developing their point guard, lead guard, ball handling, distribution skills. So I'm pretty sure that was just two guys working on things together. Multiple reasons for a drill like that. I think I see Shake. Shake is also out there working through contact. He is in a gray t-shirt. So you'll see him in the video. I'll post this video. The other two guys are in compression, sort of tank tops. Shake's in a gray shorts.
Hey, Robbie, can you hear us?
Yes,
I don't yet see you guys. Okay, we see you. Okay, great. No, you're good now. Thank you. Coach, first question is Keith Pump there.
Hey, how you doing, Doc? Okay. Doc, I guess it's kind of good to have the whole crew back. With Shake and Ben, there's something that you really haven't had a lot of. Everybody playing.
No, it's it's nice to have, obviously. So, throwing guys in is tough in some ways, but I'd rather have them, for sure.
Yeah. Hey, Doc, when you think about, you guys being in first place, would it be a little disheartening if Ben and Tobias didn't make the All-Star team?
Yeah, it would be. I think there's a lot of guys that deserve to make the All-Star team. But I think record has to be a factor. Regardless, I think anybody can get numbers on that team. Somebody got to score, but I think it's hard to play well on your team, and it's much harder. And I don't think people give that enough love. We ask players on championship teams to, sacrifice shots, pass the ball, play defense, just do so many other things, contribute to winning. And that always affects your numbers. Your numbers aren't going to be as good, but your team wins. And yet, fans, media, every time I hear it, they're talking about these guys on these sub-500 teams, and it just blows me away. Like, Tobias can get the same numbers anywhere and bigger numbers if he was on a bad team. But what he's doing is winning basketball. I think him and Ben should get more credit for it.
Thanks.
Let's next go to Mark Narducci.
Doc, on the same line of that, I was going to ask you, how much time is spent trying to figure out when you're voting for the All-Star reserves? And do you talk to other coaches about it and things like that?
Yeah, I do. A lot of coaches call on behalf of their guy. Some coaches try to make deals. But I don't ever do that. And, I think at some point, I think that you watch, who is it this year, LeBron and Steph, is that who it is picking the team? Or Katie? And that's public. I think at some point we should do the coaches as well. I think it'd be interesting.
Okay, thank you.
Next is Michael Graham.
Hey, Doc. How you doing? Thanks for doing this.
They make me, Michael, for Christ's sake. You think I would be doing it? No, I'm joking.
Well, likewise, I guess. We're in this together. Joel's had such an amazing season.
Yeah.
Do you ever tailor he's so dominant. Do you kind of ever tailor his touches based on the matchup? The Raptors aren't a big rebounding team. They don't have that real, compared to the big they had the last couple of years going up against him. They don't have that. So do you ever go, okay, this is where we're going to really try and get Joel a bunch of post touches
with Joel, you pretty much believe he can score on anyone. And so we're going to go to Joel every night. Now, I will say, depending on the coverages, we may put him in different spots. So we do give that to the thought. The Raptors have been a team, and they will tonight, that front him a lot and trap him a lot on the catch and very aggressive about it. So we have to assume they're going to do that again and be prepared for that.
Appreciate that. Would that mean you try and get them deeper, or like how would you counter that?
Yeah, we just try to put them in different spots, and what you really have to do is put everyone else in the right spot to make sure if that happens, that creates scoring from being trapped. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Doc. Appreciate it.
Let's go to Jeff Skversky next.
Hey, what's up, Doc? How are you?
What's going on?
They're making me do this as well. So when Joel's coming off that 50-point game the other night, do you or the players even jokingly challenge him to, okay, tonight go out and score 60?
No, I wouldn't. But I'm sure someone has. Players say, I remember 1,000 years ago when I was a player, and I think I scored 9. They asked me if I could score 10 the next day, I guess. But I'm sure. I mean, it was funny when you have those games. I'm sure he went back, and it's always just like golf. I shot a 75, but I could have. So I'm sure he had that as well.
And when you look at Joel, him having a game like that, we know how dominant he is, how good of a player he is. But when he does score 50, gets a career high 50, does that in any way, even at his level, put in his head like, I can even elevate my game more and more, kind of feeding off your last point about the golf analogy?
Well, I hope so, because, he's young. This is not a 34-year-old scoring 50. This is a young guy scoring 50. And so, we believe Joel is not at his ceiling for sure. And so, yeah, he can get better. That's scary if you just watch the 50. But he definitely can be a better player.
Thanks, Doc.
Thank you.
We got 4 more questions, starting with Chris Krause and then Eric Wilson. Chris, go ahead.
Hey, Doc. With Shake Milton coming back today, is he got a full minutes capacity, or are you going to have him on kind of restriction?
On a restriction, I'm not sure what it is yet, but I'm positive they'll tell me in a few that there's a certain amount of minutes he can play.
Thanks.
Go to Eric and then Jackson.
Hey, Coach, appreciate the time. I just wanted to ask you, this team's in first place. I think a lot of it has to do with your coaching. What's been the one message you've given to these guys throughout this condensed season, if you will?
Well, for us, it's just team building, a lot of team building stuff for us, playing your role, understand. I think our guys really are starting to, and we're not there, understand what I need from them, what the team needs, not I, more the team needs for them. And then now they're trying to as I say, stretch out in their role. It takes a while to accept it or figure it out. And then once you figure it out, now you try to be great at it. And I think our guys, each guy is starting to do that and get comfortable with their role.
Going to take the last 2, Jackson, and then the last one will be Austin. Jackson, go ahead.
Hey, Doc. We've talked a lot about Matisse's defense at times this year. How would you assess his offensive progression and how he fits alongside kind of your core scoring trio of Tobias, Joel, and Ben?
Well, it's tough, because we have Ben as a cutter. And so, we double flood a lot when him and Ben are in. So that's his next step, Jackson, to be a two-way player. And if he can become that, man, the sky's the limit for him.
Thanks.
Last one to Austin.
Hey, Doc. So I was born after your playing career ended, but I did decide to go watch you play on YouTube recently. And I'm curious, do you see anybody on your team that sort of plays like you used to play?
No one's that good, Jackson. Austin, what are you talking about? Are you kidding me? No, I don't know. I don't know if there's any on our team. I guess in some ways,
I wasn't as good defensively as Matisse, but I was a point guard playing Matisse in some ways. I could score a little bit though, but I really got into the defensive end. And Austin, this is proof that COVID and you guys are bored as shit, because for you to be watching me on YouTube, my gosh, there's better things.
Fair enough.
Thanks, Coach. Oh my God. That
All right, there you have it. First off, 2 thumbs down so far for the way that we've been treated here in Tampa. I think there is no media workroom. So starting the music exactly as the opposing coach starts to meet with the media, after people come all the way down this town has too nice of weather to be such a dump. Let me just say that. For those of you who've stuck on here, let me tell you something. Great question by Austin, by the way. He and Doc are really developing a light-hearted banter. Sorry about the flood of background noise. We basically have been given one place to work. We've been given one place to work, which is basically in the rafters of an empty arena, and then basically they make it impossible for us to do our job. They also compressed our time to be in the arena. We would normally be allowed access to the building 3 hours before a game. We were given 2 hours tonight, which gives us 30 minutes to get in, get set up. You guys watched me at the beginning of the stream basically plugging my laptop in, because not only did they only give us a half an hour before Doc spoke, but they wouldn't even let us see the bowl until 5:30 exactly. Nasty it is. It's the Lightning Arena. Basically, they have us in the hockey press box area, but it's just no excuse. Like, there's just absolutely zero regard down here. You can just tell they haven't thought through logistics in any real way. Everything seems thrown together at the last minute. They're just like testing sound. They haven't thought through where we're going to work. I had a lighting guy say I couldn't go to my workstation until 5:30, and then immediately at 5:30 they start playing that arena sound so loud that we literally can't do our job. You saw Keith ask his question from a hallway. I had to run basically to the freight elevator entrance. That's where you saw me standing. Now I am in the the salad bar where I'm at right now. Look, here's my options for food, like my food options. So while I would say that Toronto PR does a great job, I've been to Toronto for many a game. I don't blame them, but this is not a good experience. Good thing is, we got 2 games in the next 3 days here, so at least I'll know next time. Also, just while I'm ranting, I will not complain during our pregame show. But anybody who's still with us, I guess you're not sick of it. We were told the parking lot is a half a mile from here. This city is entirely empty. The parking lot that we're given access to is a half a mile away, and we were told that if we are not back to our cars within 90 minutes after the whistle, the final whistle, they will log our car in the parking lot. It's crazy. We've been treated terribly down here. This is crazy. So anyway, I will sign off I appreciate everybody who jumped on with us. Doc had some insights. I wish I could give you more thoughts on what Doc said, but it looks like we've got Shake on a minutes restriction. Ben's playing tonight, and I like Doc's last answer about being a defensive-minded point guard. Austin had good banter, so I appreciate everyone who joined us. Come back in 45 minutes, and Justin and I will do a pregame, hopefully with a little better sound and things like that. I'll have a headset. One of the challenges technically is the way that I hack this, so you guys can hear it, is to play it through my speakers, and it's just not going to filter out that background noise. So when it's just me talking, guys, you'll see me 45 minutes. I'll be able to put a headset on, and we'll filter out the background noise much better. So anyway, look, I don't know why you stuck on for it, but yeah, for sure. Like, definitely need some cheese to go with my wine. On that note, thanks everyone. We'll see you in 45 minutes. I promise I will not complain too much during that.